Is this going to destroy all of humanity if we eat this?
Might destroy your intestines.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to 10 Questions with Father Tim. Here we are in the rectory in the man cave. Maybe for some of you, last time you were here, it was the chapel, but now it's the man cave. And we have got some spicy wings with some just ridiculously hot sauce that I'm terrified about.
10 spicy questions with 10 spicy wings.
Yeah, and I allowed him to be on my show, so hopefully he doesn't mess it up.
Here are rules. You are going to eat the wing and then answer the question.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot we have to eat the wing.
So
I got all excited when we started filming.
Full disclosure, I was opening all of these bottles before the show and putting the sauces on, ensuring that I put more sauce on Father Tim's rank of wings than mine. But I got a little bit of it on my finger and without thinking just kind of licked it off. And for the next 15 minutes I was sweating and crying. We may die.
You might die.
We may die.
Everyone's going to die. Memento mori, right?
Exactly.
Like, we'll be known as martyrs.
Confessors.
Confessors, yeah.
Confessors.
Yeah, because we're truth-telling.
That's right.
Let's get into it.
So we got to eat a wing?
Welcome to the season finale of
Yeah.
10 Questions with Father Tim.
This is going to be a spicy show, all right?
Super spicy.
So what do? We grab the wing first?
Start with the wing.
All right, what is our... Father Michael,
Yeah.
what is our first sauce?
So our first sauce is...
Show it to that camera.
it has its namesake here, Hot Ones Original. And it's a buffalo spicy buffalo sauce. It's a heat level 2 out of 10. And I think it's got around 1,700 Scoville. Scoville, yeah. Give you some contrast. The one we're going to be eating at the end has over 2 million.
Ugh.
Yeah. We're going to be suffering. We're doing this for you.
Yeah, we're offering it up for the poor souls in purgatory. So
Oh,
all right, here we go.
sweet.
I know.
Here we go.
Also for reference, while you guys jump into that, Louisiana hot sauce has 450 Scoville units, and Tabasco sauce is at 1,600.
This tastes like ketchup.
This is basically Tabasco sauce.
Yeah.
Not hot?
No.
How do you feel?
Oh, this is easy.
No,
I mean-
lick the sauce. Do we need to do more sauce?
No, Taco Bell sauce is spicier than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, you should try something.
So give us the hard
Want to
question.
try some?
Question number 1.
Okay.
Father Tim and Father Michael, I've taken the challenge you gave us to heart, and I've been striving to improve how I present myself to the Lord. It's late. Now, here's the situation. It's late Saturday evening, and due to other commitments I have made to my family, I can only attend Mass at 8 a.m. on Sunday. My lack of planning has left me with no clean, pressed pants to wear to present myself in. Do I wear appropriate clothes, dress shirt, dress pants, jacket, where the pants are dirty and wrinkled, or do I wear jeans with a dress shirt and jacket? I think about the wedding feast and the man without a garment, and I wonder what I should do. I know it's my failure in planning that led me here, but I'm not sure what the expectation is.
So what I like about this question is that it's kind of a real world thing. You know, a lot of times people will tell us, like, "Oh, Father, what you're saying from the pulpit is like for some ideal thing. What about actually those of us living in the mess of life?" So I like where this question's coming from. Striving to do the thing that is better, striving to do the thing that's more perfect, while also recognizing we're imperfect. So, yeah, is it better to wear the wrinkly clothes or show up in pajamas?
Well, I mean, I think that the heart of the question is already answered with the question. You are striving to do what's best. There's no, the clothing is not an objective reality. It's a question of, it's kind of like the widow's mite. Okay, you had all these really fancy dressed people coming and giving tons of money to the treasury, and the widow came and gave a penny, and the Lord lauded her for that. Did he laud her because she was dirty and poor? No, he lauded her because she gave everything. That's what it really comes down to. Your question shows your heart, which is, I want to do the best. So whatever you had decided, either the jeans and the dress shirt or the wrinkly, frumpy clothes, and you said to yourself, this is the best that I have to offer the Lord, that would have been the right answer.
Yeah, the best that I have at this point in my life. And I know, maybe in the future I can plan better.
So do you both think that people should dress up to go to Mass still?
Yeah, absolutely.
They should wear the best they have. Look, consider this: if you were going to criminal court and you wanted to impress the judge and convince him that you were not a thief or serial killer or whatever, axe murderer, would you dress the way that you dress when you come to Mass? I don't think you would, right?
Yeah, and why do they have a dress code in Congress, right? Like senators,
Shouldn't
at
be
least
wearing baseball hats.
Congress people shouldn't be wearing baseball hats, at the State of the Union, or wearing a hoodie while you're in Senate chambers. The president, Congress people, they wear suits, right? Because what they're doing is important business. What could be more important than the work of worship of Almighty God?
Yeah, and what the straw man argument against this would be is that God just doesn't care, and I want you to find me any place in Scripture where it says God just doesn't care. Half of the Old Testament is establishing the way God wants to be worshipped, how people dress. I mean, seriously, even down to how people dress. And God is the same yesterday, today, and forever.
And what happens to the people when they disregard God? That bad stuff, right? They go into exile. People start, slaughtering them. They take their land. All sorts of
Not suggesting that that's going to happen to you if you don't dress well for Mass, but it comes
just because we have not a permanent church building doesn't mean people
but we've done so many things. Yeah,
it's not about the building. It's not about the building. It's about the event.
Just wear your best.
There you go.
Wear your best. Let's move to the next one. Okay. Wait, hold on. So we've got the.
It looks like Henry.
It's called the Smasa House, Smoky J, Jalapeno hot sauce. So this is probably going to be good.
It's smoky
let's see. It says shake it up well. And where's the hot? How do you read this?
I don't think all of the bottles have the Schofield.
They don't have the hot
rating. Just know that they are progressive.
They get increasingly hotter.
Right. I'll figure it out.
Oh, that tastes great.
Spicy?
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a lot of flavor to it, though. It's mostly smoky.
Yeah, I would put that on a taco. That'd be really good.
Oh yeah.
I might even just pour it in a cup and drink it. Here, pour me a little.
Now is it spicy? Oh, that's gross.
This is really good.
How's that?
Yeah, I like that.
Father, I'm interested in veiling. From what I have read, it's beautiful, but I haven't heard you guys talk about it. I would like to know more about it and protocol and what you think.
Can you imagine how much flack we would take if we added in veiling as one of the things that we talked about?
We already talked about the more beautiful way of receiving Holy Communion.
Mm-hmm.
People push back on that. And you imagine talking about a woman's attire at Mass. That'd be a death sentence.
But that being said, of course, it's scriptural. St. Paul instructs women to cover their heads when they're in church. It was something done for nearly 2,000 years, and then it just kind of disappeared
overnight.
Like
even with the religious sisters,
when you see a nun, there's just something about the habit that draws you to her. Like, oh, look, it's a nun. She's holy and happy, and you fill with joy. So the church says that we should veil things that are beautiful or important.
Notice our chalices.
Yep.
are veiled before we begin Mass. Brides on their wedding day are veiled. Why? Because you're saying that there is something so precious that it's not to be just exposed to oglers and to passerbys. That there's something special here and it needs to be reserved for a special occasion. And the veil reflects a sense that you also understand your sacred beauty. And that's just what it says to me.
Yeah, and also, similar to the chalice, when you open the tabernacle door, you shouldn't be opening the tabernacle door. When one of us or the deacon opens the tabernacle door, there's a veil that you open up. The sanctuary in the Old Testament temple, there was a veil. Remember when Jesus died, what happened? The veil broke. Like that was an important detail that went into the gospel. The veil actually broke.
So if you decide that you want to veil, that's wonderful. I totally love that. But because it's not in the law anymore, it's not in the code for going to Mass. It's not really my place to say you should do it.
Yeah.
But there is a beautiful tradition that if you want to enter into a beautiful tradition that is well established, well defined, more power to you. That would be wonderful.
Also, if you're a college student and you're looking for a good husband, he's going to be able to spot you real easy. Don't you think?
I don't veil, but...
So are you saying...
True. I mean, they'll know.
Why don't you veil?
I don't feel called to it.
Okay.
So
Okay, so get rid of the spiritualized answer and like why? Like what don't you?
I don't find it very practical.
Okay.
I also have small children. I don't feel like getting it pulled off my head. I also, when I was in college, it was kind of used as like a virtue.
Yeah, it was to like prove an ideology.
Yeah.
It's the conservative Catholics' mask wearer.
But actually, it was. So that really turned me off to it personally because I don't want like people to think.
Yeah, that was very common at UGA. A lot of the girls veiled, and I don't know the reasons, but I feel like sometimes a girl would start veiling to be like, look, I'm in the Catholic in society. So
your initial answer is beautiful there too, that you don't feel called to it in the sense that, not that it's a helpful answer to like understand why, but that it's your decision.
Yeah.
And it should be any one person's decision. And nobody should, here's the other thing, nobody should feel embarrassed for wanting to do it.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't feel embarrassed for not doing it.
And also, if you are called to veil and you do, don't look at other women and be like, well, they're so much more inferior than me. But no, it's not a requirement of the church anymore. So if you feel called, do it. It's a beautiful tradition.
Our next sauce is it's got a fox in a spacesuit floating through some galaxy far, far away. It's called Funky's Hot Sauce Factory Stellar Fuzz. It is a garlic habanero sauce with a hint of ginger. This should be good. I'm going to give Father Tim a little bit more here. Okay. Just to,
Does it have a Scoville rating on it?
It is.
Wait, you're only going to give me more, not you?
Well, hold on now. We've got distracted. So it goes from meh to nirvana, and it's somewhere in the middle called hot. It doesn't have a Scoville. I know.
You're really strong. All right, dig in, Father.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no. Sauce to be hot just for the sake of being hot? No bueno.
I like that there's a part of this show that is enjoyable because it's not going to stay that way.
I decided to put the milk in my Waterford crystal pitcher here. And no, the parish didn't buy it. This was a gift to me that somebody gave me. But I just thought it would be very tacky.
All right. Quick question, and then we'll move to the next wing because I want to get into this hot stuff.
Are you free to leave the priesthood if you want to?
I guess it depends on if you define free. Like, if you still want to go to heaven. So many of you know, at least I'm not shy about not sharing it. I took a leave from ministry like 5 or 6 years ago now, and I joined the Cobb County Police Department for a year. I went into the bishop's office ready to leave for good. I was just going to tell him, peace out. It's been a tough few years, and that was all on me, really. I mean, it was me not being in a mature place and well situated in my vocation, confusing my work with my priesthood, which, I think parents and spouses have a tendency to do that. You're in a tough place in your life and you think to yourself, it must be my spouse's fault, or it must be this husband of mine, or this wife of mine, or it must be my kids. And that's not true because the work we do and our vocation are separate things. So anyways, I was going to leave, and when I actually was investigating on this, if I left, there's so much to a laicization. It's almost like a castration. It's a miserable experience. And now I didn't go through a laicization because I came back. Thanks be to God. I'm so grateful to Him. He changed my heart to come back to the priesthood. And since I've been back, I've wanted nothing more than to be a priest. I've made mistakes. I have still sinned since coming back, but I don't want to be or do anything other than being His priest. But part of that was just this sense that no, I'm not free, and any more than a husband is free to leave his wife just because things aren't going well for him. And that's what the priesthood. In fact, the priesthood is more elevated in that because the priesthood perpetuates on into eternity.
You're a priest forever in the line of Melchizedek. I always admire your candor when you share that with people. But for me, not having been through something like that where I thought about walking away. I've seen it in some friends though, or classmates, and there's fewer things sadder to me than when a brother priest leaves the priesthood. It's almost like a death. I do know there's some guys that have left and they've done everything they're supposed to do for the laicization, and they're striving to live faithful lives as Catholics, but they're still a priest. So like,
And they know that.
Yeah.
There's still something in them that just says, I know something's not
because Holy Orders is one of the three sacraments that leaves an indelible mark, right? Baptism, confirmation. They all involve the chrism oil. It transforms us. It configures us to Christ, the head. To walk away from that is so sad. But a priest who's been laicized, whether for it was his decision or whether it was the bishop in the Vatican making the decision for him, he's still a priest, and so in danger of death, you're dying. He can forgive your sins because he's a priest. He just doesn't get to like present himself as a priest. And so it's laicization is also known as being returned to the lay state, but yet that indelible mark is still on your soul. You're still a priest.
Yeah.
So it's like a kind of like you can't just not be a priest anymore.
There's a vehicle for
Yeah.
leaving the clerical state, but it's not good.
Yeah, it's sad when it happens. I mean, it's I don't want to compare it to divorce necessarily,
But I mean,
well, yeah,
you're divorcing your spouse to go and live as if you're one of her children.
sure, yeah, and then
Yeah, You're leaving your wife to go and pretend you're one of her children. That's what you're doing.
and being laicized doesn't automatically come with the dispensation from our promise of celibacy. That's an additional dispensation that has to be made. Yeah. And sometimes it's not.
Interesting.
There are a lot of things in life that get hard. And my mistake that I hope I have learned from was confusing who and what I was with the situation I was in. It doesn't matter what my situation is anymore. I am a priest, and I love that, and I thank God for it every day.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
What's the sense of making mistakes and learning from them if you don't share?
Okay, so this is the Hot Ones Verde Los Calientes. It's a level 5 out of 10 on the heat level.
Which is appropriate. We're at number 4. We're at number 4. Only
only
four.
4.
Smoky Sweet Verde. So they'll probably be good.
Give me an extra dab of that.
Yeah,
One, this doesn't look like I got any on there.
I don't think I did either. Let's,
There we go.
oh, there.
Get
Oh,
that
okay.
there.
All right. That's got chunks in it. That's
Yeah,
good.
it's chunky. There.
Let's see here. Los Calientes. Let's see. Father Michael, do you know what caliente means?
I think doesn't it mean automobile?
Is that for real? You're not joking? You think it means automobile?
A Los Caliente, isn't that an automobile?
No, Father.
No?
Have you heard him try to speak Spanish? It's horrible.
I did. I went to one Spanish mass where he was presiding, and I said,
You know,
I'll avoid this.
y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous.
How are you feeling?
I think the one before. Are you sure you got these in the right order? I think the one before was hotter.
That is nothing.
Yeah, the one before was hotter.
I don't want to try it, but
Did you mix them up?
No, I didn't.
Father Tim looks a little uncomfortable.
No, it tastes like salsa verde, but with a little bit of a kick.
More of a kick than the last one?
It's not even. I think these sauces are broken.
Yeah.
All right.
Next question is, explain Jesus' descent into hell.
And you want that to be short? Go, Father.
Jeannie Banks, thank you. So the harrowing of hell, right? You know, Jesus descended. When we say hell, we don't. When we say he descended into hell, we don't mean like hell. We mean this kind of place where all the righteous people were waiting for the Messiah to free them, and so he harrowed hell. His death was almost a trick to Satan, because Satan thought, "Aha, I've killed God," and then he only killed his humanity, and he's God. You can't kill him. So what does he do? He goes in and he rescues all those who are lost but were righteous, and he redeems them through a sacrifice. And he then, because he's God, he raises from the dead, which means that they get to raise from the dead with him, and they get to send to heaven with him. So that was my fast version.
The harrowing of hell is important for understanding the doctrine of resurrection and how Jesus is the Messiah for all of those, and how he sanates humanity. Like he cleans humanity down to the root, all the way down to Adam, right? So you can imagine Christ on earth, and all the people on earth, and all the people. This is just an image, right? Under the earth, and at the bottom of that under the earthness is Adam and Eve, and he reaches all the way down there. and grabs them. He grabs them. They don't grab him. He grabs them, and he redeems and restores them. So the harrowing of hell is important for answering the question, understanding the reality of what about those people who died before Jesus and would have loved Jesus if they had lived during Jesus' time.
Yeah, there's a beautiful image. I think it's the Anastasis, right, where it shows Jesus. It's an icon, so it's an Eastern art, and it shows Jesus coming out of hell, and he's holding a cross in one hand, and he's leading Adam is the first one out. So it's just
Cool.
This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. It's called queso sin queso. Do you know what queso means?
That is, that's a sponge?
Okay.
Is
we
it
all
a
know.
cleaning agent?
Everybody knows that queso means cheese. That's why when I go to
You just pretend to be stupid?
yeah, he's pretending. When I go to Moe's and order a burrito and I want cheese dip on it, I tell them cheese dip because why am I going to call it queso when it's cheese dip?
Okay.
If I was ordering in Spanish, I would say queso por favor. Anyway, this is plant-based queso-style hot sauce. So I don't know what that means. I don't eat plants personally.
Yeah, it looks like kind of like puke. So
Okay.
or like baby puke.
Yeah.
Like maybe baby.
So this
puke.
next question is meant to be done while you eat
Okay.
these wings. Can you make up or sing your favorite rap song while you eat
Oh.
spicy food?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any rhythm.
You gotta try.
We need Michael Silloway on this show if we're going to
Yeah.
do that.
How about this hot sauce is bad? Yo, 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 this hot sauce is no good.
It's no bueno, yo, with the queso down yondo.
Don't be eating those oats, bro.
Awesome. I think that's a wrap. Our record, for all of you record labels out there, just contact Cheryl in the office and she'll get you hooked up with us.
Yeah, that was gross. I'm looking forward to this next one, though.
Yeah, that was not good.
Okay.
All right, so
Alright, 6 sauce.
so the next one. This sauce number 6 is
Ooh, there's
Morita, bourbon, maple. Yeah, it's
It's building in the back now. It must be the oats.
we're getting to the hard part of the show here. Morita, bourbon, maple, reaper hot sauce. This is like what some sick Canadian would come up with, right?
Aren't all Canadians sick?
It is. It's just got a crap ton of peppers on the bottom. It's like eating a meat and angry breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna build.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna build. All right, quick with the question. Quick like a bunny. Come on.
Don't rub
Oh,
my
no,
sauce.
That was a terrible idea.
That was just... Why
Rookie mistake.
Look, I've had this happen to me once before. A full face of OC spray and the police guy.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
What is the hardest part of being a priest, actually?
This moment,
Yeah, right
now, it's getting in my head about feeling like a failure, and sometimes just being alone in that. Like
Yeah.
not being able to share that. Father Tim and I, fortunately, we have such a good friendship that we can kind of. But I mean, it's there's an intimacy that comes with spouses. I think that I see. And a vulnerability and a softness there that you just don't get with male friendship. But you can share it. It does help. I think that's the biggest thing. It's not having a wife per se, because we're not bachelors. We're married to the church. My wife's not cuddly though.
You don't just go snuggle with the pew?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But I
The
think
wife
that's
is.
that's the hardest part for me, probably.
Yeah, our wife is 2,000 years old and craggly and.
No. Ever ancient, ever new.
Yeah, no, she's got beauty too. I know.
She's beautiful, but
Tip of my tongue is.
no, it's the upper lip for me here. It's on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
It's on fire. Those damn Canadians.
There's beads of
I'm not-
sweat!
I'm not taking a shot of this one.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add to that, Father Tim?
Yeah, people think celibacy or obedience is the super hard, and yeah, being obedient, and being asked to move can be difficult, but yeah, like when we try really hard and we do our very best, and sometimes we're met by the sheep that would like pour this on our eyes.
Or open wounds.
Yeah, that hurts, right? We are human beings, so like when people are like, "You're doing a terrible job of being pastor," like, "Oh."
Or when they do it, they do to people on the internet that they have no care or love for when they're super mean because they're anonymous.
Yeah.
And they're like that to their priest.
Yeah, or they send an email.
Who in person they have the audacity that they call father.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and then but in secret and in anonymity can get just so mean.
Yeah, I never thought that I'd have to like get thick skin as a priest, but I guess that's just life as a public person. So
yeah, my guess would have been loneliness was the hardest part, but I guess you guys kind of have each other.
Yeah,
it can be.
So at this parish, I've been lonely before, and I'm actually okay with it to a degree. The being lonely and getting in my head about feeling like Father Tim said, when you are doing the best you can as a specific and fallen human being,
right,
to do something divine for the sake of others that benefits you in no way,
yeah,
and then you just get crapped on for it.
Yeah, especially when it's like people are gossiping about you and you can't defend yourself because a priest can't just reveal like his side of a private conversation with somebody.
And you don't want to make somebody else look bad.
Yeah, so it's just that's the hard part. If I could take any part of the priesthood away, it would be that like sense of failure and
but that's what
feeling unloved.
Heaven will do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
because Jesus felt unloved, and Jesus knew that these people that he was trying to sacrifice his life for, that they were going to crucify him, and he loved them anyway.
Yep. All right, next task.
So now we're on to the forbidden fruit.
Oh, this woman you put in
the
here,
woman
she gave me
this. Is this going to destroy all of humanity if we eat this?
Might destroy your intestines.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of sriracha-y, right?
Nope. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Oh, that hurts. I can eat black. Here's the thing. I love this. I love the fight of this, but I can eat black pepper and start sweating like this too.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right, you ready? As your mouth.
Yeah.
I thought you already asked the question.
What question?
I don't know. We're losing track of time here.
What is the one reason you would leave the Catholic Church?
I don't think there is one. I mean, why would I apostatize?
Hated myself.
Yeah. That's like asking someone why they'd commit suicide.
Yeah, it only hurts you.
Yeah, it's despair.
There's nothing the church could do to make you leave it?
Not the church.
No. And that's the problem. People will walk away from Catholicism because they're like, oh, that priest said something, that hurt my feelings. And
or even the church teaches something that I find hard to live by. And well, here's what happens. This is the only thing that would cause me to leave the church is despair. Despair is a sin. It's not good. You're such a wuss. So, for me to leave the church would be because I got so discouraged at succeeding because I misunderstood that it's not for me to be perfect. It's for Christ. It's for me to allow
Christ
to
perfects
be perfect. That I would just give up, and that's what for anybody who leaves the Catholic Church, that's literally you are giving up on salvation.
You're giving up eternity.
There's no reason.
No.
Big despair.
No, I mean,
there might be something wrong with you. We should check in on you.
Yeah, if I left the church, then I would expect him to call me up and say, "Hey, dude, what's wrong? What we need to talk through this."
Can we get the paramedics?
The yogurt curdled in my mouth.
Now, this one has been up to this point my
is.
favorite. The bomb.
Oh.
It's got a nuclear symbol on it with an.
All right, here we go.
You work through it though. This just looks mean.
Caution. That's not what were you getting all mad about?
Yeah, you wait.
Do you remember how he was like, oh, this is
Do I have to?
I don't know.
Can I use a napkin or do I have to?
You can lick it.
Oh yeah, you got to look at it all. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It gets in the nose.
Well, there's a little bit of heat that kind of starts to.
All right.
I wish I had something.
Now you have to think about a question. You ready?
Okay, we'll go.
Did you guys know each other before you were ordained?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
What year did you enter the seminary? Was I born yet? Because he's older than me.
And wiser. I took my time going through the seminary. And
just tell us what year you went into the seminary. Why can't you be shorter with your words?
1942.
So I went into the seminary in 2008, summer of 2008.
I'm sorry.
It really hurts.
I spent.
This one is not good for me.
I spent a summer doing missionary work in Honduras, and I remember eating hot sauces, but none like this. Am I starting to sweat?
Can you answer the question?
Yes.
Did you know each other?
Yeah, so 2008.
I started in 2005, took some time off, came back around 2007, 2008.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine how much hotter this next year we're going to be. So, yeah, we met. I went to a different seminary than most everybody else. And
you keep saying the same sentence over and over. Father Michael, did you know him before you were ordained?
Yes.
Yeah, we were in the same friend group.
It was in seminary.
Yeah, we went to different seminaries, but we came home for the summers. I came home after my first year. It was my first summer. And
we were in the same friend group.
Yeah, we were the same friend group.
We were back in the diocese where we hung out together. Okay, go. Oh, wait, no, don't go. That means you have to...
Oh, yeah, can we talk longer about it?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
No. What was Father Michael like before he was a priest?
Before he was a priest?
Yeah.
Just a little rougher around the edges.
He was bald.
Oh, yeah, he was bald. Yeah.
I have some nice photos I can insert right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah?
Good. Do you have them for us to see? We can comment on?
Actually, I do. I've
Okay.
got this one.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Father
Goran had hair. That's funny.
Yeah.
That looks like a
Father
Eucharistic
Goran
Congress.
looks really young. There's also this.
Oh, that's
You
appropriate.
should probably take this off the internet.
No, I think...
It's very clear I'm not actually held captive there. You work with what you got.
Oh,
There's also this, which this doesn't even look like you, so I'm not actually saying that it's you.
Oh, that is me. Same jacket and everything. Can you go get some water?
no, that's going to
No.
be gross.
But
No.
I know, but I need... Oh.
Just wipe your tongue on your napkin, you little wuss.
Wait, you don't have any pictures of me?
Oh, well, I have this. Why is
Oh,
this on
yeah.
Facebook?
That was
You.
when I was... I got TMJ surgery. My jaw, pops and clicks. And then with the Tourette's, I click it and pop it more. And now that I'm talking about it, I'm doing it.
Do you think a lemon would help?
I really think this is just...
I think the next hot sauce will help.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
Machete in Honduras. That's from high school.
I know,
Okay,
you look like a child.
It's filming down now, I think.
Okay, you ready to move on?
All right. Mono Loco. Crazy Monkey. Let's just get it over with.
You're not even eating the sauce part, you chicken.
There's sauce on it.
No, the sauce is complete.
there's sauce on the
entire
part.
Yeah,
camera.
sauce. I ate all the sauce. Oh, wow.
Huh.
Stupidly hot. It says on the bottle. Stupidly hot.
Are you regretting?
Our hottest sauce made in Costa Rica by Crazy Monkey. Fresh Carolina Reaper.
Do you regret it? Are you happy?
Is that a question? Is that one of the questions?
Yeah, ask the question.
No.
Ask the question.
I am really enjoying this.
I'm dying.
Yeah, this is not...
Alright, what is...
That doesn't taste good.
I need something to fan myself. Here.
What is the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Might be this.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't know. I had a lot of embarrassing moments. In Spanish, the word for pregnant is embarazado. And, so it's a false cognate of embarrassed. And I remember one time telling the whole church that I was embarazado and I made a mistake. And I actually knew what I was saying, but I wanted to pretend like I didn't.
Oh, well, that's not embarrassing.
No, it wasn't. It was funny.
Father Michael?
I have a pool of sweat. This hurts so badly. Is that blood?
No.
It might be blood. I have a hard time coming up with these. I'm not
Yeah.
embarrassed.
I'm more ashamed than I am embarrassed. Oh.
You can't think of anything? Like first max moments?
One time when I was at the beach, I was swimming out in the ocean, and I didn't tie my, and I swam through a wave. Trunks came with it.
How old were you?
I was middle school or high school.
Oh.
And I caught it with my toe, thank God. I don't know what I would have done.
I feel like all of my embarrassing moments are...
Didn't you get beat up by a girl in the academy?
that wasn't embarrassing, though. Oh, my gosh. My tongue hurts too much to talk. All of the things that are coming to mind. are probably too attached to sins that are shameful rather than just embarrassing.
Yeah, that's why I said I feel more a sense of shame than embarrassment sometimes.
Yeah. You know, I mean, people think I take myself very seriously. I take my job very seriously, but I don't take myself all that seriously. It's pretty hard for me to get terribly embarrassed.
That's good.
Gosh.
Don't put that napkin in your eye.
No, that's a good one. The one I've been blowing my nose in is a good one.
The sauce is going to come through your nostrils.
The last dab experience, over 91% Pepper X.
They made it as hot as they possibly could.
It's got an 11 out of 10 hot scale.
Isn't it something like 8 million?
No, it's like 2 million, I think.
Are you sure?
2 million Scoville.
There you go, finally.
It just took 9 hot sauces.
No.
I needed Dr. Pepper.
No, that's not going to help you.
Yeah. Let's do this like a Band-Aid.
Like a Band-Aid. I want this one.
All the sauce, all the sauce. Oh, this is messy.
I can't. I do hard things. Do hard things.
Why would someone make that? Oh,
you know.
Now I'm sorry.
I saw a show once where other people sat and ate hot wings and interviewed people, and I'd make fun of them for going for the milk. Now here's the thing. It doesn't really help all that much.
Yeah. But it's better than water.
It's better than water.
You look like you just did a hot yoga class.
Oh, no, I got it in my nose, I think.
What's the...
Don't do yoga poses. They're demonic.
Okay.
What's the question?
You ready?
Yeah.
Why does Father Michael actually hate the cats?
He doesn't actually hate the cats. It's a ruse. He loves the cats.
I do.
We wanted the cats to be out here for the filming, and so Frank could jump up and Father Michael could be like, "Get off the damn counter."
Nicole is allergic.
Yeah. Although then again, she'd probably be better in condition than we are right now.
I love peanuts and gluten. No, I like animals. I like just about all animals.
Do you actually like the cats?
The cats are a pain in the butt, but animals are great. So they do annoy me. And like I legitimately make fun of them in mass. But I don't.
Yeah, like when they get on the counter and they take bread, that's annoying. That annoys me. But I want to kill them.
Where are the paramedics? Are they en route?
No.
Are they backlogged?
This is actually an elaborate ruse to get rid of both.
Are you killing us?
This has been just
But getting to know you.
Yeah, 10 questions with Father.
Thanks for joining us
Yeah.
for the spicy edition of 10 Questions with Father Tim and Father Michael as our special guest. Yeah. That concludes our season. Thanks for joining us. Maybe we'll see you in the future. Maybe we
If we're not dead.
If you liked this, you think this should be our season finale going forward,
No.
like this
No.
video.
Look, under no circumstances.
I'm never doing this.
I don't know how the guy that films it does it again and again and again.
We did this because we love you and because we thought you would get a kick out of it, and you might feel more at home at St. Clair and with us. We did this for you. I hope it worked. I hope it helped.
All right. That wraps this episode.
Bye.
Bye!
Here. Get a photo.
You can say that if you want.